Assalamu alaikum badi mon mi yalan golle be jibe kanyin tembo LSTV1 programme to ngam mi membe no kunning awa on tol stories ka jibe ro ko la mi an ko batambi kan gambe banko kanyang especially fo mi yalan ko asinya jamal mol buka ba kalam da wala nan ka programme nyim fena be jang par ko nga fale tin nyam sinya jamal fa nan ka ku jibe je min badden ning apoliti ko la kata fo tari ko ku nyala anin ku jamal la jare ken dani asifalla bar be dum nata dum dan do so na studio to jam mi yalan ko ni ala sonta na ba kacha so la fanna do la fanan na ko la mi yalan ko batambi kan gambe banko kanjang bar mo jamal mbombe akala mawla tin ngaji ka ko mala bake abake pour bi nga programme ni fenale ka fale drongal badi ma Amad Jallow wol bale jam bidum awasi se mom futa studio do wala na binda mala bi jang anina luntam bande ko kal drong babula la ka luntam ni jibel la ñoo kon do bismillah
amara barka bake be kontonna be jibel be kontonna be LSTV1 platform morning ba jibe kan santen anu kontan da fanan kana ka fal programme o dajal
abarka bake ayam ko be wato min ta pour ka kafumol la platform to memba nukunde ngalne asinya jama mo jama la programme ko ka ko ye nyako to bot abidum bida fanna min nol badde ne QNET la nga faham bake yang ko be moldi mi alon ko e journalist solti ga ko dem Foroyaa newspaper bot eba kiskis ro ke kan anu fana eba no maro ke kan kula memba tambi kan nin QNET la fanna la before mod na ka ko no bake we will want you to tell us a little bit about QNET yamina faham QNET la ko do aning inata nyaadi la especially gambe banko kenya
QNET platform le mianko online platform like business platform mialonko molka safaro ke sandiro ke bagaso sang ni parta e bagaso indira te ka kodo kitila e ko bagaso dila wala QNET nati online selling business land de ka mama ku jamal to kabo education health wellness anin ku jamal ka mama jelt ba QNET melo gambe jang ela tamandri nyani jakalo wata bakala ne kula mi alan ko ila kilianol fango kumbo la kula bakala kilian jamal futa ante manu in 2021 ila ko fonya andi be ima na wata killing ima bot la killing ima nyolom fang bay be ka dise message le di nko ñu la même foten fo nsa dunga ko to nga nyine because ni nga kis den bina to nyalon nan kadunga kis roke nuntela website auto ngaje munana qsel ni QNET lota ila loda menti andi ko mun ku sifaleke ani ila ethics school be abem saferinde cool le mi alan ka be koyring ab safari nga download nga read ko tama ndara ke ila mammo jube gambe jang eni la kilianol ak nata ngaje ko ñul quand même fo jana ani ñu me kiri jam kili wala ndumta ngi investigate 4 months me investigate ka
nga faham ne QNET jibe most of the time ni European platforms especially ni milka football jibe bake ikayele dakar sponsorship deal jamalero mo so premier league odo so mo jamal ya nata mira for the same branch wol ba fanambo operate kan gambe banko kanja how will you relate
yalo men yanda ka koy wala ñun men ka operate da ni la own business wala e ko for independent representative comme tamit je nga tanga na own business o register nga tola mi an ko QNET QNET, Q-net, QNET, totally aspect so independent representative will share jam back. Ikala Ministry of Justice yela own fenkol. So itela mama ndiro ikamen taman jam. Ikala mama QNET to yala bare ike fankuman independent representative. So wala be kiring pour mo kana cool nyami QNET meme banta ela taman de nyam mo long. War me jang bokko tama. So wala kuti mi alan ko ya examen dina man killing ka football hani ka fang na ngaje match sul ngaje la logo bitaka ha bare advertisement on han dafa ne ko so business bu ko do mbul istano in partnership with CAF ngi ha advertisement ke je bare bo matina ko fonte la doko watili ndal famantili kule to mi alon ko kileno ni ka doko ke mole mo ko nayti kan an kumbo la sete je ka kumbo o rela business on ka jube ko wala nde bula ke la ko kiskis
jannim baduna bake during the whole process ngane tamne kisisro ibadat la QNET la ko follow bake le both Gambia and outside Gambia nga faham je ko other countries QNET ban pour ka operate je do you know any reason why QNET ye ban banku dol to pour ka
operate ngaje Indian High Court la judgment ngarit an nga dol fanaje online comme tol ban jele mone atina ila tamandiri nyaay quand même faux and yalan kaytoto ni kata register of company e ka objects of the company safel or an enterprise e ka safel object munat ne yalo saniti yalo ka kuke e nata ku do ke men nawan kilin code be soronna so wala men keta bankul kan wala ke kan gambe jang nenero.
So is it that Nimba Kigan Gambia and the government is still silent about it?
Quite a government because every publication, newspaper for the government, and they read online. They monitor everything. You can need to go government Kobe Mala, Lankan come Tilo. Nick Cooker and Nick government react sometimes immediately. Mean so Nico government are function. All department affected department in Kalamata. Even the police. The police PR are engaged on this, so a lot of questions, but I'm saying from Jam. I can respond personally, but I can information but I can respond.
Is it that what you are observing in that maybe he have a hidden agenda, member then in QNET local, maybe he's trying to avoid some of the answers he can that is personal opinion. Police are not doing anything over it, and he cannot tell me that they are not doing anything. Okay.
But I went quite even some of the I know one Nigerian man, he can fight benevolence. Okay. I QNET la one Foroyaa Jallow Samba police headquarters. They were investigating Suleiman because ning man I explain them. Aku ni Suleiman benda bank le, and like alliance lejo. So Suleiman fan like alliance. Suleiman is a Guinean, according to the man. So Suleiman because Suleiman was dressed nice and no naka diam akala talk mo de comme mo den ka like inshallah kala yela ka believe mo sifal ako mano ni ko atay believe ta because ay Nigerian muslim mel no wol ka tilene wol ala ko ne mo ja ko fo ba ka rek moti de no so atay am the same concept like because he was here just in that month it's an engineer so nyin kay ko ay kolonati mako la fu atay tama ata karangola ladal. So what I am working in Nigeria $50,000 a year equivalent. Ila kolo naira, but it's equivalent to $50,000. Dinina. For you look at for B. And it's saying of a month. Mana you fell out Nigeria. May I not gambe jang? Umala own personal mission. Akweta malal ngalon. Ngala ko sa fela. But hani saying ate fela set ala kuda masoto. Ako BB ni QNET call. But ate me ala pass jola na. Some fen keda jang. Ate is ready to come and explain because he recorded this man.
Okay.
So, yalong investigation no ibuka befo. Ibuka befo. Because covering pulls and pulls there are some of them they were told to comply.
Okay.
And they were recording these people. It come for very dangerous statement. I want to know sometimes still a more of the Facebook balangola. But we are sitting on facts. We are sitting on evidence. They know it. In fact, they know me in person because near program okay. So I don't know. Nothing cool investigate. What na? Ye let us have an unte. Come and sambala court for B man sambala court. Honey B. I let you honey say mbuso kono. Come and sambala court. But muna yatina. Yalone ni in sambarek. Evidence. I'll bring my evidence. When an investigation report and I'll bring young victim come and say woman. Women not left all vegan and they have their receipts of payment. And they all speak in the same language.
Okay, you can receive or dealer.
Hi, can receive or dealer? Let me tell you how they take people. In a business moment, you bring someone who trusts you.
Okay.
I'm not someone you trust, but someone who trusts you. Maybe like example, itemu ni kotomant, don't want to believe that. Wala la uncle, wala bita. Yalo siva ni wo ku itemi la ko be bla ku jawo kono. So ka fo ko ni nata. First, it means follow na come for ni nata. You pay maybe $36,000, $40,000, $45,000, including students. Can you imagine? Can you imagine grade 12 leavers? So ni ojo, ikafo ko, yale bika ko imaguna. Yale ikafo ko they explain the business to you. Okay. But you come in fonte, I'm not speaking my language. It's the language of the victims. The victims. Wolko, ikafo ko alin jo. Nala jo foka pare then ala life change 99 years. In fact, there was a point in beginning you bring 200 names of people. Need a father, maybe take care because 99 names and 99 years. Sorry, wale better ka
benefit from but before we continue, I once went to their office, and that is Kairaba Avenue after American Embassy. I don't know for whether still here. The head of their representative in the Gambia here, I was fortunate enough to meet him. But like but the experience I also have from your life, the moment you enter their office, everyone is welcoming. More beke welcome labor, come after they will push someone very close to you. Me alonko, you trust that guy. But the moment you enter the office, they will bring other people.
Catalog.
Okay.
It's a catalog.
They will explain to you whether you have to watch your lesson, refrigerator, education, necklaces, and other stuff. So, I explain it. Then they will tell you if there's a kind of stuff. I believe I think a pen on in kite was after I write the stuff. I just think so I got a blue
left and right.
Okay.
3-3.
Good. Need another know that team. Me the fene kalo kungan. Because sorry, kalo la bulkin wal the bubakaro. So need a do fena. If an uncle spread wall in yam, modul kalo defan uncle in yankara. So that's the issue. So they explained to me, but like I was not convinced. I was not convinced the whole show because I was not believing one coming from Wolves a sacrifice. Like so, I said, let me go and find out what is happening here.
So what you want to invest? Someone you trust?
Someone I trusted. I tried to connect with that guy because I know that he is at QNET. You understand? So I try to connect with him. So that guy used to come to my house at the end. So I'm interested in the business. Almost every time I can say, do this video about QNET. But whilst I was also there to find out what is really happening with QNET, because more companies sacrifice equality. So how can they be doing sacrifice in this country and people are not? So I also act like I'm interested. So I went there. I told them, no, I'm not convinced with you guys, what you people are saying. I want to meet your head here. I want to meet you. So they took me to one guy, they said he's the head. Because he's from outside the Gambia. I think business was starting a world. He came to the Gambia and he started to operate things like that. So things are really crazy. He was telling you, need after you can start it here, need at America, need more do it through QNET. Still now that benefit will come to. But the funniest part is, so if I pay this $36,000, now you gave example, I told you guys, I want a watch. You gave me the watch. So you said there's no income for me at this time. Or less than start a more finance. So how long do I know to start income? That was the question they find it very hard to answer for me there. So during the investigation, were you aware that coming for sacrifice QNET was that?
No, I never go there with that concept. That concept meant I was looking for justice for the victims. Because I look at the aspect of justice. The sacrifice called I'm not someone who believes in that. I don't have that faith. Ndala believe menti wala tapalea. O karoni allegation on tapalea ni ngole jube ntara ko investigate. Ntara kasije ay kasije long hours mesiri metan ko ni ela officer member abuko. E ko ngol siare santo. But ni manjo ibu kata aja. Ani dunda ka bunda song. That is the modus operandi there. E kana la yela ID card bula eta. Mo le kene pick fana. Like it's a system. Me alon ko yana ka mo soto ka fenke. Yalon iko dolka itol modol yi ka fare ko ndela broda dole yala ko do mo lente campaign ndinga investigate. E ko la fo. Kamini I Africa need to see the Q that don't call some 3 of their is it 3 or 2 of their independent. E ko take Nabura dole, I could do the Amala core complete, wanted the Muntanga investigate. They will
tell you this thing, if you pay the money, you must complete. The moment you pay, you cannot withdraw it back.
And he signed them. But I yellow Menqueta, Kuru Quemon NACA, or National Accreditation Quality Assurance Authority, NACA, well, Bulotimian Kulua, Lundi, Pruka. Lancino the tertiary education. QNET is offering education classes for people. Eka kodo table. Eka kodo table.
Eka for online
classes. Eka kodo table. Eta dia train. Ani ke train mena. Mele kodo mele school jo. E jama be siri. Boy don bi jamian ke fama nyon le ni sol wafi. Wala na ni ñu ka diam. Yani kala na nyane ka danda.
So when you pay the ike karani mena.
Induction wala introductory class. You can concept change as to how you see things. You have a vision. Like electrical communication sound on the answer. It's possible, but all depends on you.
Mindset control.
So nita for induction class you believe then you take to another step. You need to get 3 on your left, 3 on your right. Call for stand. You also like a stand. And then Neo sort of kapare, then they will pay you every week, not month, every week, $225. That is equivalent to 11,250 or something dollars. Yes.
So
I know many okay. Some of them, in fact, some Senegal. Can you imagine someone who was having a flourishing business at a shop? Now it's a no-part seller.
Like seriously?
Yes, I don't. That is my last story.
Like how was that possible? Why could you do no QNET nyadile? Because I timeline about this business man me along go. A business or boy that two of them something like that. Business or boy because of investing with QNET.
Yes. And their parents are there, their families are ready. They are there. Me along go in a family. Kabini ka pressure like their families are there who are ready to speak up, to speak about these people. How these people operate. Well, the best thing for the government can do is to investigate these people. They don't know how to do. Let them collaborate with journalists. We know them. We know the victims. We can link all the victims to the government. And they may not tell us. But I'm just cooking for you. Ni more down about QNET. I said that. But I can make sure that you show me your receipt of payment, your agreement, your sign, then some of them in fact have the audios of those at QNET. Like I encourage. Within a short time, maybe 1 month. Because it coming for it, near calculate what we will get in a month is more than $30,000. So they don't talk it's a instant, not logically. But whether that is the reality. That does not obtain. Because next is some other classes and the time sometimes for I may some months then enough we go yanta the moment then they come for them come they will tell you need a move fena, me follow the fena. So, but where is this money coming from? An online business platform. Can it do this? It's a question. There are many online business platforms like Alibaba. You can't demand it, you can't sort of. But what makes this one different? So even the victims, can you imagine, include students, include poor farmers, include market women. Many of them can weekly, monthly. Some of them have business collapse. They were serious
because of QNET.
Yes.
So the guys working at QNET right now, what is the source of income? Were you able to know what kind of income? Is it that you have income?
One of them now platform I teach recent teaching and I venture into this business. So it means I from this business.
Okay.
That is what he said. The main source of income in this day, I was looking at the activities, the victimization of these people, and how what do they tell them? What do they make them to do? And my story, it was very balanced. I tried to interview Balanta. The Ministry of Justice, no interview is in my story. The interview is in my story. Next step, I'm going to the Ministry of Health. Because there are these health products coming off it, whether whether it's lawful, lawful, and whether those things coming for jara. I'm doing that right now. That's what I'm doing.
So nyim victims all. It all jumale it all somebody. Mo jumale it all somebody. Is it their close relative? Are they having access to those same people? Me and Gole doing the QNET coding. Purka jibe la close to the nyami coding.
It's a sad story. Ilata mena wale ke sambo QNET. Ilata mena. That is bring someone who trusts you, not someone you trust. Someone who trusts you. That's their mantra. Ikira mind change, iko okay. So okay badi mo men close te wala la friend me alon ko in kawin childhood. Do be fan kama afro ser kuna marché no ila business o close ta. Bidi ko level no fashion shop at close ta. Because most of this business more than one tante ngati mole ke karfaje da ko kala invest with the hope that
come iba cool ya muruni
coming for this weekly payment of $225 whether it will obtain ni so that ila balo be tinyala pare jumale bi men ko soto itol kono itol men ko fo fang fo ko soto le and they have their this rank sometimes you know the life there is so I can say it's funny comme kula mi alon ko aka mo feeling di back they have their names in elite associate billionaire you know so that is yes there are these terms I feel like you know they have a lot of terms so it ain't nada class
so you go for ranking service
but the saddest stories of all is Yemel Sikaje Samba Senegal very sad
so Yemel Samba Senegal wol ba mi nek kan Senegal
non it's better than to wole ko do dila e ko le ni fo resi nekete to wowe se ko do lay passo jo nata alors ba falantata je wol fana la famille ko do ki nata
fay wol Samba je minen
ike Samba le ka fo ike Samba business la yalon di non yalon American company do je ka fay Cosmos
yeah I do have
ñun fana ke do je même ko no jang ke link ka fo ko Cosmos be Senegal you know doko lay be wala takan ko do jang do ko 45000 ne jo nga boy do lo men ko ata a jo mo do e fana because ka mo 6 nat a jo mo fulay akara mo saba itol mo saba ko do be dunde ini anticipation nana tata ko do be fintila tap ñun fana ba jo la di fona wala dafa mo 6 sol be soto fo bi han tala sama soto
so
afela la seri bunno
woko do be dol bul so
ika link le because mu nekata ñun membe jang sonna ni Dakar picol je keje ñul membe jang ibe Dakar ike Dakar missional ikata je ika fo ko successful business entrepreneur ikata rek diam ko ñu advice membe jana fana ke ci kana ke nata jang I have the pictures
so it's like ikata mul scam kan ne daylight scam
that is what my investigation revealed, but it's up to the government and the police to.
So you victims.
But it's also for the I'm very careful with the words I use for that because they follow me there. I know it will have like a cool use against me because I'm the one of those. If I'm the lead one, make investigate. So they will follow in everything, even a Facebook post. It can screenshot. I have them. Okay. Even my letterman service officer, I will not say they are scamming, but I will say it come for a mantra okay, and no more than one kumbuka la business wala, and won't feel hani say mela kudo sotono. Okay, and some people are living a horrible life because they venture in that business.
So you victims all in an immense step takata police station wala ka video turkaje to gain their money back. In a more step tak. Have you tried to advise any of the victims to do that? One
of the victims atata abuko police melori American command. QNET call. In fact, they wrote an opinion to the IGP. One of the officers said that. They wrote an opinion to the IGP. Let them close this business because they are receiving everyday complaint. That was IGP Kinte. Okay. Kinte la time okay. You know, but police over from a step up. In fact, one of the victims went up to the consumer protection because consumer protection protects all the consumers. Yeah. Ne kolo din dawla rek ni man kontanje jam fa kada je rek ise lono some of them happen so but nothing they cannot do anything because when these people they have their lawyers they also have their disagreement that they subject you to sign like if you sign your money will not go back if you pay but is that obtainable Nyajo you don't get what you want you cannot get back your money which business is that
so meaning you can more put to sign this document knowing fully that the moment you sign your code you not have it back and again needed at any kit or that will back to obtain that money back because already signed a document that shows that the moment you put your money in
at the side of with my understanding on law you can get it back because I will not it's a matter of opinion but it's often a misrepresentation in law. It vitiates contract. Nito ko moy ko neñi ke rek e bañi sotala amari yake ama soto al ko ba sen la
so imagine advice ta kiti la pour ka jela ko do soto ba
no de men ngamen ke wala investigation dolbe la ko ke kan you know so but I think so some of them are doing some mobilization they want to do sensitization some of them because they want to sensitize people not to go there. Because also they want to write letters to the government and all that. They are there, but I'm not going to involve because I investigated them with open mind, with open heart that I want to get to the bottom. andu même be fo victime to e même be fo nyal akada toñat lan ken mari ngo tew akoda ngaje nyala andu yementani na fana akoda anu QNET mu business am yaran ko ndese min fo na investigate min fo mo nyane ka kilo to akoda baka ha because niko ila taka mu mako ka bondi foare ko ngala ka bondi bada ko ka sama balu janku ngokon ah ko re manya na ko di batala bulle na ila taka mako amako there are some businessmen mbal fada wole student men ko grade 12 leavers ika foy ko nyin dundi be nyi sutola ibije some of them are still there
with anu yela college they are still there but they are not having anything
science and the kabrin kana ntambi la ngel santo jibe mo dan tambi je man siada odu mol ka siada ba story ni impact sur le sai mol be kataje ba ha that is true mol be kataje nda ninga story sa I do follow kataje I pass there most of the time ka jibe so but men ko ta wala mol tala jele ba hani sai mol bi je ka young people je ba kan imagine gambiano le kadinke
kafo jibe la le dron alba programme mo jibe ko member no kunde min kanale dimanche ko talan sabaka ta fo talan nani min ka fenale wol mal bari mari ama jallo bidu na lunta mo minti wol mu yankubati amin badu ko la Foroyaa newspaper bari ko nga fale tante nyamen dron aba kiskis rol ke kam amin badde nen QNET la dogo wala fanala gambia banko kanyan tum na mo jamal ba wosi kam baake ko QNET ni la fengol dundi je wala ila nafulo dundi je ika dundi min kam ay bu ko sot andi ke nafulo sot no kotanke awu kita kudi miyanko ay banko din jamal jahande ay nda kita mo le sulo de banko kam pour kaje amine nyanda kela kaje nyin sifa kanake gambia banko ko wala nyin sifa mi yanko iba QNET tumi ka wala aman soto gambia banko wala ya jibe min simfale batala pour kaje to nya sa findino QNET kono coming back to you Yankuba ngajele iko sinya jama ika QNET invite into an interview pour kaje ini sakaja ila dogo fanala ka sabu fe ko la officer
no man koy la ilaha man koy subhanallah nin dara je rek yalla tangot mudini ngolti bare ni na journalism la karo science and gambe jang nga 7 years so de jere sa so nga experience so de jere anu nga ku jamale karanga ko kono kabo practice to kala fo fang lafa karan lafa makulo nje quand même fo risk assessment very risky pour ntenga la officer they know me na tata be bulu na telephone number be bulu ngani ça fait mol kan text private. Some of their people.
They can't telling you what.
They want to get me. Puntanga diami. What will I talk to them? Near for them.
It's left to them.
Thank. Emoji bye bye. If I'm not truthful, they have their way.
Okay.
They have their way. But I publish every story objectively. But put the office. Among Komunatena. Bundal ka soron one
ni momeni ended
ni kana je mo ke invite na you don't go there like that
yeah
mo ke invite na ni nata ikala ID card bundal mo be sirinje security budget ni dunda akela card edu ka soron edu tana fana ka islam wala budget ayte ni de tanya ka balon wala so ni taraje is dangerous for me because we come faring come.
So why is it
because
that
some of the independent representatives, the so-called independent representatives, they can't WhatsApp. Can invite? Can we? And this time we investigate. Can imparata? We text la WhatsApp. Can we after get? Wala nge text direct. Can we? After nga interview on this. Ndanga 5 is very simple. Almost 1,000. Almost 100. Ibe check na office. I can interview you there. I'm comfortable interviewing at my office.
So they never
honey, send I started. Because song.
Okay.
Just recently I started in the office.
Recently. So what time we need to invite me because song?
Because song from Kadiam.
But why the not talk business or kang? He left to put more doing the business or one. In real mindset, business or communication is very important. It is a mirror. Me na sabra for QNET because of invitational to interview because ni left come like ya foten de nyami come but ke ninke ka abita kan nin sarfol I man the mol victimize kang ila do ku nyato. Don't you think it will be more important pour ka findi wote ni mol ka kache la business o kada nyami pour mol yella no soto ka dunje.
Yalong iko duno mi alan ko akun sati kan nyaaja kalone. Yalong ko have evidence against them. Facts, even their certificates of registrations at the Ministry of Justice. I mean, Bulu.
So what are some of the...
You cool it me along, tell evidence. More than advice can Facebook, you go, and mobile keep safe, and I call and they come news of all these journalists who are covering grade 1. They have day 1 on journalism in the colon. Then I could be na evidence or honeymoon keta. Honeymoon keta. Honeymoon, even a malata. Well, anything keta, no evidence to fill. Ngamen keng alon. I'm jaring off. You understand? So, but when quita, well and co, ni mo interview, mo kuke. Ba ikata men kan. Yalla nga manika provoke ko duno nyase ko se
jano ni nyaaja kalon.
Yalla ko have evidence ni natan ka rek at soft la. It's not going to be soft. I'm going to put the victims' claim to them. Real victims. Take a record. Some of them I record them. Some of them it all more.
And in the conversation you can also record.
Yes.
During that record, what are some of the stuffs you coming for it?
Yalla some of the victims if you recorded them.
Okay.
They are
not aware.
On the ground journalism na keta nyuka.
Okay.
On the ground investigation comme que le call fintindi. Fo nyande keta le ititano openly. It is first because yala ite fon tala jel. Ika fo ko welcome nyam.
Welcome nyam. They are very welcome.
So if you are open, they know the journalists they know how to do it.
The time I went there, they were not aware that I was
general.
Yeah.
So when can you investigate on the ground journalism like that? And take participator and not only me. The mountain. And clear evidence, clear recordings.
Were you fortunate to go to their office in Kairaba?
4 times. Well, Kairaba is not clinic.
Okay.
But I abuko 4 times in Kasi. In Kasi, I want 1 hour.
So with all that, what time would they imagine come here a journalist?
You know, I did not dress diplomatic.
Okay.
I was dressed maybe like it's happened maybe full of public. I was in mufti haftano. Kata sitting chala slippers like katarambu. What would you expect from me? I was looking. Even their certificate registration, I mean paste jetting. I was reading what are they registered to do.
So what were some of the things you registered to do in this?
No, it's online business.
Online business.
Education data at all. Help data. It's not there.
So now they are doing all of that in this country and the government is quiet about it.
And the saddest thing is the Registrar General interview. And Registrar of Companies. These people don't make their annual returns.
Okay.
Annual returns come
every
report
concerning your business and other stuff.
At the Ministry of Justice. Okay. I put it in my story.
So why is the registrar also after knowing that? Imagining
that in fact some of the victims are journalists.
Like seriously?
Journalists Journalists are victims of this
QNET.
Yes.
So going back to that registrar, covering after every year you book a report on Murundi kan. At imagining what step our minute I can put a QNET report of Kaftela at the end of every
No. For them they are only to receive. And
so Nima receive
enforcement. I don't think they have enforcement powers.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, police should do that. GRA also has enforcement power. Whether they are paying tax, GRA or other things, that one also I'm investigating.
That so meaning police will have the upper hand for QNET
They can suspend them for now, investigate, and find out whether they are truthful or not. I can link them with the victims if they are ready. Victims, real victims. I have them.
A report I've never sworn police will be on QNET and guided seen a publication of the QNET from you, but we have never seen any time government.
You see, Gambia government, like with all due respect to them, call me and statement type. Even for example, these land matters. How many times have I written about them? These real estate sectors. Imagine one real estate company. $18 million in domo customer fele interfere story in ma next week. But even with that, what will the government do? The government promised that it will bill to regulate the real estate. But bill it could be before the end of the mid of last year, April, first quarter, April last year,
2021.
For bill. bill man
ba mol ka jël signa jama ka ni real estate so ni la cool for the police or the most of the time police will find you got it fed up to la cola because signa jama ni futa high office
yalla is
not in
yalla men kada real estate these are civil dealings because real estates they know what they are doing because they are advised by loyal sotale. All these companies coming, they have their lawyers.
They are making the best use out of people.
Yes.
To make a living.
Ikatale idla muta itola tamjeti wala tantanjeti tola long. E kolote buluyajo in mortgage at the end of the day the landmen identify ya tandila ya demarcate ikata di modo wala fong sometimes ito real estate fong tantangati. Some of this real estate is land stable fong.
So ikalang da mo level.
Ikata kom sade to ya sade tili wala family ya fo ko lafta landa wala ya fo ko sai ba fa lal manina ye do mondin dundi. Then before the end of the day, you have only half wafi. Remember the code send man. Kata for ya dana ka be wafi. So family cannot claim. Sometimes near start agreement no sign any family you because fulfill family cannot claim.
So ka sito ko tenga ko level.
I don't want to reveal that story because it will no news. But in 7 phone, $18 million that company ate from these customers. 149 victims.
That is too much.
$18 million.
They are really struggling to make.
And all those, but you telling verify because there are receipts of payment. And I saw it. You understand? So, no receipt of payment. Now verify date of contract a baby. I'll publish the full list in my story. The full list of 149 victims, their date of payment, their plot numbers, their measurement, everything. I'll publish it through Gambia because that will be an evidential based report.
The president was one time an estate deal.
It's a sad story.
So
and there will come a time Gambia land ko be ko la problem on it. Aman jafa fa han science fa ikalan commission membe futeng anen kol be chahno len hey we need real policy mi alan ko abi kol falina non tay mbira fot nga let kaje mol ka fango ci kanyoli mol ka kele lan ko la kule ke jame alan ko mbari giletal même bulo kin nga fo ni ngalon no an ni ngalon dawoda rek obu ka murun na. So let's correct the problem now. The problem is correct nyade. Masakuna yande ke bill not you regulate real estate sector. Real estate most of the time they are good people, it's a good lay in other countries because they make land accessibility easy for people. You pay on mortgage plan for it ta kura kono for no ika sound jefa ika jo ndanga fa ke tat. But dang ubuka ke dang ika mole kumondi.
Most of the time, real estate, what they will tell you, empty plot of land, it is only few you can make ready-made compound.
They have terms. Estate agency,
okay.
Estate company, and estate dealer. Will be cool at me and time and killing. But they are agencies.
Okay.
Land, empty land. How can you call you are an estate developer? Yet our lands are empty land. Yeah, wafi. Without even adding any value to the land. You don't put water there, you don't put road there, you don't put anything to that. You call yourself an estate developer. This term is misused.
Taking you back to QNET, Yankuba ngaja sinya jamaye attack ngaja ila timeline or safaroke million kol katambini QNET ila representation of them million will be represent in the Gambia here. Most of the time, what are some of the issues nyanko ni attack ikamine foye come different from ika story mi famange tunyat. What are stuffs ni alonko ike attack through wall?
Yang ikudle tabi itelfonga tabi fa iko mole ko din tela pour nga investigation kay nga ko ta nga domo. It's not to investigate them. They said it's another issue. They can't even explain it. But maybe I don't know. Jumale or for today. They want to engage in character defamation, but they don't know where it is. What now calling fata? Say me for correct.
Say kababu to call in.
Can you say come for? You can nenne. Nendiro say correct. Unprofessional journalist, unethical journalist, a liar. You can call Belefania.
So, most of the time.
Nene me jabi.
You just leave.
Hani WhatsApp nek. Nene me jabi. Nga fa ni nara me jabi la. Nka emoji le sene kan ka bloquer ka keke. Bye bye. Wala nga fa gele abaraka. Thank you. Ni ndanda mo sawale bi me an ko independent represent ni ka kachale WhatsApp. Nga encourage kay let me interview you education. They never see any unprofessional journalist like me.
Like you. Because it so, of they are doing in the country.
Because coming from the eco, and in every day publication about QNET. QNET will not stop.
Maybe it's showing you that it was sembering Lalami.
No, some one entirely confident. I'm going to entirely confident. But I quite a assembly fennel. No, I quite a muffin. Offending
Have they ever threatened your security different from insulting you and other stuff?
I don't feel like that. Young ni journalist should Nandola office Nika joined Foroyaa, and many other media institutions. You have to be ready
for the
job. In terms of good or bad, even workplace and fendo, you have a yes. You can't sign it. Most of the journalists who sign it, in fact, not reading. Yeah. I believe in that and I live it.
Okay. Generally, it only attack towards your own security, those kind of stuff. Have you ever encountered it from QNET?
Mufla, WhatsApp.
Okay.
Come you jada Moria, ika Moria kulefo. Moria, I'll see it. That is the word they use.
Corte.
I'm only my English phone. I mean, I found a lot of Bengal and I come here. I'm going to miss more. I was a quarter. I'm not getting
I don't think you I don't believe in those kind of stuff. So going back again to QNET, covering is that investigation okay, publication okay, canal for be ngajele come in the timeline but most of the time you follow. You speak a lot about QNET. Most of the screenshot about some of the issues but then QNET la kuala. Taking you back to those guys, business or more fuller. You will think in the timeline or come about business or shopkeeper them, but in a business or not boy because of investing in QNET. Kabiru Wokera will find another QNET la Purkela Kodota bag and how is their situation currently? Well, when you had it, more full was Nigel or
yeah, trial anyhow, a victim of victim. A victim of victim. A medical victim of QNET. Ya trial like a colossal because Atije mama try kala kurosoto ikata me dundi de kat mari try amari bikela coach ka dobi kata jele ikata ka fo ko no na ya start le ma complete na yanda ka mo sexual benat dobi fa mo six nat la ike just na clean yalla ka fo every week ike just na clean dobi na clean that is if you are lucky.
That means you have less than more you have less than 10,000 after paying more than $30,000.
Ika dol chika ike sama jam fo Mauritania, do Senegal. Senegal ndar. Ila modol bi surrounding nefa. I have that evidence.
Ke samba Mauritania for what?
Ni comme que ka fo ko be doko le dilale.
Mauritania.
Ha ko 45,000 do samba ila on passo do eta.
If ka passo je fam.
Ha comme the same way the same thing. Ika samba I have those pictures, I have those evidence, I even have videos. Some of these people tous classes the same classes je domur jawo école de moje ni soso e diam I'll bring people e diam out nga interview le ngela call findin nga safela anu beje e be siaren do be fam e siara le sanka mo sabalta nanta nga fo say these people are going to speak on your behalf.
Okay,
but comme ni jututa the number of people nga men on the list I got out time bina, I'm going to write a full report.
Okay.
Just like the way I'm going to do with the real estate on next week.
Okay.
Make targeting all the victims. In fact, my first publication, ngela receipt sold natal any contracts. Nga safe abena website out. Abije.
So meaning either you have
so even their products. Their products. Biotics. Abembulu.
Ika product for me and for me
chipanda
stuff like that. The time I went there was 2019.
You have sit with them, you are a real time customer. Me and you come for you're convinced.
This was the thing I told him. I am not convinced with what you people are explaining here. Because the I cannot pay money and you start telling me that mommy and the and again, I don't know there's no bonus for me. Do I know whether I will ever have those people? So how can I make money out of it after telling me that these people bringing me here, maybe they have
they arrested 20 of them.
QNET.
Yes.
So
before I report that I
the thing is quite about like this.
Police are taking steps, but it's slow.
It's very slow.
Report on the theater.
Okay. So official.
In fact, I interviewed them, the Basse people. I interviewed them. I published that.
Your officers of Basse fan.
GDC la bureau. I don't know whether GDC is still there. GDC la bureau. It's all the Wesant.
I will let bureau Sunday. Don't let me.
By the official good idea that I have a QNET.
No. I've never seen it within that.
So, in fact, it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing.
Before my timeline, I may read it. Then with 5 minutes time, maybe you have something to say before my program. On the 16th February, I have a timeline. The way the so-called independent representatives of QNET in the Gambia are now appearing on social media in large numbers is becoming very interesting people. To them, it's an all-out fight, while for me, it's executing my duty without fear or affection. Coming to that, statement of Minsafejan, why do you feel it is necessary for Kaji Kanyin side or Safe in a timeline or a
Yalon, need to Foroyaa Facebook page. Foroyaa publish.
Okay.
We're going to take a dog of Foroyaa.
Yeah.
Foroyaa publish now, na Facebook page. If you think that, you can't do like QNET. Come like Dokula.
They are because the funding man used to get to their office. I never know that he was working with QNET. For Kevin Diamola Dundahono. Then he told me he's with QNET. So I went with him. But I know the way, because if you are doing business, the way he was trying to convince me every day, I'm telling you, sometimes he will come to my home even before going to work. That time I was working with King FM Radio. Sometimes if I especially Saturday, most of the time I do have programs Saturday around 1. So now I can from 12. So he'll be bringing different videos outside the Gambia, showing me why he doesn't know that I have already read about QNET, how they are operating, and the reason why they are closing India. But he was trying to I find it very hard.
You know those videos, prove viewers here understand. If a video will send, they send me. But they are contents they produce. Content like real time. These are things that you produce. Need a business real. You can do video to promote a video. Your people can come and testify and say, yes, I do this, I'm benefiting this, my family is doing this, oh, now I have a ticket to go to Dubai. Don't you promise the Dubai ticket? There are people, they promise Dubai ticket. They cannot deny that.
And who been in the book? So those people have wasted their money like that. Most of them.
So what I'm putting, Foroyaa Jama finte you tofu. You control whether I like it or not, it will they are here. So it's like it's an all-out fight. It also can discredit on professional. But I saw many Gambians, many people also attack them. Many people also they were trying to encourage me to do more. Because they appreciate what I'm doing, because I'm exposing something that is a concern to
untold stories, things that are hidden. Going with that, they will run away from interviews but would now want to engage me on social media. I reject your invitation to the open fight or smear campaign. I have invited some of them for an interview to get their sides of the story but would run away. They reject all my invitation outright. Continue with your attacks on me while I continue to publish the stories of your alleged victims. These are people with their receipts of payment, with your products, with your contract papers, with full record of some of your conversation, with the WhatsApp message of you people. Most of it is voice messages because most of you do not comprehend English. Encouraging them to venture in the business with notebooks, having information of your induction classes, etc., etc. Most of them are not landed when it comes to English.
Like a voice key.
And they don't know that is very risky to their job.
English most of them. Encourage. It make encourage no. I school.
Well, I don't think he even at other school because adoma ngal ka adoma at school because ako nya ko adoma at lewo into wo is a teacher but we teaching filo bulala I joined that yeah I will
anu yewo je da oda rek ngo teacher do rek atata ay ika ta teachers credit you know loan taje amon ko do sot ya nena atata GT bank loan ta I think call for overdraft if I remember GD Bank a loan $38,000
just to pay.
Di ani wo bena bank ani wala tare la fam kino dum ko tara fo bank e ko di wala wal tata fo bi ala friend wo fam sunkudo le sunkudo dunya ko according to our story
so atavuna o julo ba kanto anon
ani bi aba jola every month ala salary e ka deduct substantial amount kara bank to because I will loan men 38,000 anu wo she's the breadwinner of their family.
That is serious.
Ni time total. I can show you a lot of victims. I'll say interview no, they call for on videos. I believe
Mbakar like one or two of the victims they sort of on a platform or
yes.
They speak to us about some of the issues minke they do us. Ekonyadi ni ko keta moment na Sonia all from Bulo ibal na start nyadi la dunta kono nyadi le. Going with this thing, you may regard me as a non-professional journalist. That is your prerogative, but I can assure you I am duty bound to expose the injustice in the society. When people suffer or cry, we have to help amplify their voices. Some of you claim you know me. It could be true. This is a small Gambia. What does that have to do with my work? You are now focused on smear campaign against me. That's an interesting thing. I am not bothered. You should be addressing the plight of your alleged victims, most of whom are living with the greatest regret of their lives. So, campaign they are trying to take away your mind. Pour ka yefon jamfandi
pour ni la fenga mimena na mind bondi ni tra Facebook sonko la kelo al mutele ni fana ne na kelo we kelement victim sol nge interview nge sol fana interview nga fintin ni nga victim sol interview emotion ka diam they cannot stop me from publishing it. What I need to do, I cannot force them to talk. All I need I'm duty bound to do is to invite them, and I invite them with clear heart. Al fintinang ngadiam. Ani nata. The interview la chahan interview la. I'll put the stories of the victims before them. Real victims. Yadiam.
It's like mojamal ba comment nga for you expose them, but exposing them whilst no step is taken is kind of for buke jikila tendi kaje ba minke kang you are trying to expose people but no step is being done pour kaje nyim victims will apply pour ka
yalon tout silent to bena side kel government itole be la side ha bay man ka ke ku we slaggering back, but I will not be writing stories and I advocate for their arrest. What I need to do, I need to show what is happening. So it's for the government to do what it ought to do. For they will suspend them, to investigate them, or to ban them, or everything. Let them do that. But time enough, there will come a time. Some victims are living with trauma. We're comforting. Time enough, anything can happen. And government, anytime more for Ningalonu, it's late. It's always late. So let's correct the role now. Government should step that the coining correct. New correct, then QNET and then coining. Not a operator online business, let them do it. You have a product, come and buy product and go home. So but student keta classes can you product so go and you more come. What type of business is that? You are a customer. You come as a customer, but still you are obliged to bring more people.
More people.
So what type of business is that?
It's very crazy.
Why can't they do their way? Come advertisement of business or darjandi more on their own than to use people to bring people.
Yeah.
So that's like people have been used. That's what I see. But now investigate no. More take along. Go back to the stories and read. This is a long piece.
Yeah,
I've read wrote a lot of stories about them, and I'll be writing about them. So government is their turn to do what they're supposed to do.
Yankuba aparka bake ya watu minda kafumola. Jenne mbebla da platform yinda kamda watu bandal frem. What piece of advice do you have for people, especially when you are like a mirror so to join QNET and victims on NBD, and also the government? What advice do you have for them, especially also QNET, because even no QNET, but still now they are not granting you interview to know.
First, I will start with QNET. I'm not their enemy. I have nothing against them. Ni man deng ani fenna kafo interest betaran kokono. Ani mo man rakate pus ani fen ani mo ani Dallas mo wane na madina. Hanna officer nka kodo me use kada investigation officer buka kodo muka pass fa ngata just to be as independent nena man pass ani dalas na officer kada ka investigate anen man soto hani credit ko hani so everything I'm doing I do it with my so like if they have the mind that I'm on professional well I have an agenda against them it can find nene but ni fana ya mira ko ila ko ila ibuka diam nyam te fana be relax la hani ndam dia I execute my duty so if semen ke no wala finti nang e diam ba kana force them and I'm always welcome nan number telephone number sol be bulle they have it na telephone number mo fi ditol na Facebook ko every time bi jere ba checka fo ko eter so let them text me nen text iko la to kan jere interview la mba la ana tap the officer is open I will give them all due respect I will treat them in the most honorable way sa mol men la to kada QNET fana nsem fo no rek nta fala no alkanata ban semaine fo no hakki fula alo soto je half second thought considering the real mel dunda je finta inu kumbo le finta mo dunda bunkona ani kumbo finta mo dunda ni kumbo finta fo mo jamal dunda finta ni kumbo it dunda je rek ni kumbo finta itel tawrat so ela manta ye time ta ye ko ni investigate nga investigate men kat ifana ak ni daraje kala kronto ka joro ken ask them who are the successful people mel dundaji saying their business are flourishing or they are living the life that these people are claiming that they are living afo mo clean tandila yeta amari ni ko skude sometimes America is part of them but always and so amari ni yeto nya soto ji bari sa fo enoko ndenga menje ngamen confirm ku koy man traje ha ku koy man mo dundaji ni kumbole finta jama anu science and ntafo na story impact bari cool talata bakale hani sign ke follow hani sama I will not give up ila cool talata ani tataje time na don fang ila abuko fu mbuka mol jeje but sign thing ni last week time jeje ani bi fang time dañu mol tan jeje tan abdo ali net wala mo jeka fale fo tento ke santo ba say mol jeje so itani la faka dunje I said no is yo ila kololen ntafo le kana dunde bana tafo ne yetu second mind soto ko ni jube ko fe mo fe mo be dunna ko rek ako jube tay authorities ni ka tan naka bang ni to student la to kataje naka ito le kala sino di for all tertiary schools ni ngaro for QNET they are authorized to give to offer education classes health ila ni pole ka me wafi tay ni ka ila ni keno ka me wafi abe jube ko bang hada waddi mo dani ka ko do bula dawla rek ay naka ka kutu men ka ko tema ni to ya dundi rek ibade gitat wala ko so fanan ani na fanan QNET la doko Gambia jang kule me ko masa kunda ni na la karol masa kunda yanda ka ko jube kule because ni la constitutional masa kunda ya nata ya londi mena wala pour ka molla bata bondi kan ke bondi bata kono ke samba daha kono wala masa kunda de wala mo ka carte faye wala la mol ke kala nyamo joje pour ya ke service offer so government nyande kan ko jube ni mo be kumbola hani mo kline kumbota masa kunda yanda ka jube sako mo jama be kumbola so la man sakuna yana ka jube yana ka menken me war me laare kun kon dunobe kun kan yitol ma cika ya jindi mul kan wodo mol be continue la ka kumbo because wo ko tal ha
barka bage Yankuba ni wato min taka ka fumol la mimu Foroyaa la reporter ko ngamo ite nyama ba kiskis ro min ke kam ma den QNET la tamandir nyala gambe banko kan nyanti mam na tande je ko mo jamal anil temo wolle ko kumbo kan ha ya kudo min dundi QNET e adundi min ne mo so da andum fanan e la kudo fanan so no so keda ko mi yalon ko adi abu basiare mbake a gambe banko kan jana cameraman Ousmane Batin lamba je la mba fala le follow ko na la inshallah al badi ma Ahmad Jallow wolbe no ngale jam
It's 58 minutes.